Oh my god.
There's zero chance we
John,
can
are
start.
you right?
Welcome, guys.
Nice.
Welcome to Resting the Starters. I'm John. We're here with Jonah. We're here with seniors Lana, Gillas, and Emma Fauth. Did I say your last name right?
You did.
Okay. And we're going to talk about they play on the volleyball team, and we're going to talk about their game against Centennial on Tuesday. We're just going to break down the game and talk about it. So you guys won 3-1, and then you won the last set 27-25. Jonah, do you want to start off?
Sure. A couple times late in the set, it looked like Centennial was gonna come back, but it seemed like pretty much every time you guys were able to take back control. What kind of goes into sticking together, that mindset to just be able to keep your calm through that?
I think just the drive that we really all wanted to win and we all were there for one purpose and one goal really helped us come together in the end and do our jobs how we needed to finish.
I think we all knew it was a big game and coming together as a team especially and working as one unit to kind of finish out the sets.
So you guys won set 1 pretty comfortably, and then going into set 2, I think it was a lot more competitive. Centennial was pretty much on your guys' tails the whole way through. What for you guys? What changed between set 1 and set 2? How did you guys have to adapt to that?
It's something Scott calls the second set letdown. It's when after we win a set, whether we win by a lot or a little bit, we kind of get a little bit more confident than maybe we should be and think it's over since we won that game, but we didn't win the match. So I think just staying focused through that.
Mm-hmm.
I will say that set 1, we didn't face as high of competition as we did in set 2, and so we kind of had a harder time fighting back just because there were more they were sending smarter balls over the net. Yeah.
So Centennial was kind of changing their offensive strategy, and you guys had to kind of adapt to that.
Yeah.
What went into the run in the second set? It was 23-20 Centennial, and then you got 5 straight and won 25-23.
I feel like it kind of just lit a fire under us once we realized we were it's go time, we're not letting this set go away. And I think just something clicked for us. I don't even know if you have what it was, but something just clicked and we were firing on all cylinders.
We had Mia serving those last few points, and Mia was she was definitely a weapon for us from the service line, and Scott would say that he wasn't worried about putting the pressure on her because she's starting pitcher for softball and stuff, and she's a really amazing athlete, and she was able to push those points. And then Ellis was feeding the correct hitters and able the ones that were able to put balls away.
Mm-hmm.
To win is the end goal and the reward from being under all that pressure. But I think just staying calm and doing the little things, I think we probably could have cleaned it up a little bit, but overall jobs.
I think this is my last question. John, you might have some more. They started making some adjustments. It seemed like they had more people towards the net later on in the game. How did you kind of combat that?
At that time.
More people, huh? I think for our hitters, it was just really important to see the block, whether it was just the middle up or if we had a double block, and just seeing the court and knowing what would work and what was working and just exploiting their openings.
Emma, you talked just for 2 seconds earlier about the importance of the little things, and so I had never been to a volleyball game before, and so the little mini huddles that you guys have after every single rally or whatever it's called, I think that's so cool. And so I just want to ask what's the importance of those?
I once had a coach ask me about the high five culture of volleyball, and I think that's really what it comes back to, is just coming back together and really bring ourselves back in as a team and not 6 individual players. I think it's really easy to get lost in our own mistakes, but I think as a team sport, it's really important to come back together and regain our focus as a team to move on to the next play. It also helps us play at our own pace. I don't know if you noticed, but the ref blew the whistle a couple of times wanting us to hurry up.
Yes.
But I think it just really helps us calm down and get back to how we want to play volleyball.
So towards the end, you guys were down 14-16 in the 4th set, and then you guys scored 7 straight points, and you outscored Centennial 9-2. And then they caught up, and the game was tied 24-24, and you guys ended up winning 27-25. You guys had called timeout when it was 14-16. What did you guys talk about?
A lot of the stuff in the timeout, like said by our coaches, is mostly just to, like, get us refocused if they realize that, like, we're not doing a great job of doing it on our own. Like, also in the fourth set, their big middle, Katie, was doing a better job of, like, tooling our block and, like, just finding different shots, and, like, maybe our defense wasn't as scrappy in that set. And so I think if our coaches saw, like, things that were happening that maybe we didn't see, or if they saw places where we could put the ball away, then they would help tell us that. But it's kind of hard to remember, like, a specific timeout, you know. He also mentioned in that moment that Katie was in the front row, their middle, and Ellis, our setter, was in the front row, so we had the opportunity to run our middle behind our setter. So we really tried to spread out our offense and use both pins to make Katie work really hard in that set, and I feel like that helped us capitalize our points.
Okay. All right, I think that's it. Thank you guys for joining us.
Yeah, thank you.